congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Just how big a victory and how big a performance was that by your team?
Well, it's huge in the context of the season, and the transition the team's made over the course of the season. This was a real acid test to them today, and you know, it's a calmness to have been in an Old Firm game because we were very much in control of the game for the majority of it. I thought we were fantastic today.
Seems to be a real belief and a freedom in how you're playing just now, Neil. In terms of, like, I'm looking at Rangers and they're always quite rigid, but you seem to have a belief that your players are just going into positions, moving. When there's a movement there, the ball's getting played, someone's just moving into that position, it's been vacated, and that is just causing teams problems.
Yeah, there's a fluency to them. I mean, they're intelligent enough, you know, but you know, it's very important. Centre forward started the game well for us today, and Samaras from start to finish I thought was a real handful, and Hooper, you know, particularly first half, give Rangers all sorts of problems.
You got to be happy with Mulgrew as well.
He's been superb, John.
Confidence.
He's not put a foot wrong, and the other thing, the bonus with Charlie, is he gets his playing from the back as well. His composure. I thought the two centre halves today were immaculate, and an all round great performance under immense pressure.
Has there been a shift in the balance of power?
Well, I mean, I said before the game it's not a defining moment in the season, but what it does do now, it gives us an 8-point lead. I know Rangers have games in hand, but now the shift is we're in control of our own destiny at the minute, which we haven't been in charge of for a while.
Is that a key factor when you look at the table?
I think psychologically it'll give the club, the supporters, and particularly the players a huge lift. And it's not done our goal difference any harm either.
It certainly hasn't. Look at the goal difference, you're 14 ahead of Rangers on that front. Does that say all about the way that the team, despite some difficult times earlier on, has managed to progress and start banging the goals in?
Yeah, it's important. You know, Kyle, Hooper, you know, they all came back at the right time, and you know, anyone we've put into the team, you know, throughout the squad have been fantastic. You know, there's not been a failure in the last 6-7 weeks.
Scoring goals and creating chances last year wasn't a problem for you, but the defence sometimes let you down, and your goals against record this year is fantastic. It's the best in the league. I've heard Mostorovic maybe getting a wee bit upset at sometimes getting it come under a wee bit of criticism, but he's been solid from the back. That gives you foundations then to build into midfield and go and create chances and score goals, and I think all round you seem to have got it.
I think that's important. You know, you build from the back, whatever way you want to start. I felt at times the mentality of the team last year was weak, you know, and in the corresponding game last year we had all the play, we had all the chances, we scored, and then 2 minutes later we conceded. So the mentality was with Rangers, but I think now there's a greater belief among the squad that they can go on and achieve something now.
Did you ever feel nervous at any point in the game? Because there weren't
the first minute to the 93rd, right?
But there weren't too many moments of alarm for your goalkeeper.
Yeah, but I mean, they're always fraught games, you know, and Rangers can score at any given time. You know, they've got danger men and Jalovic, you know, Juve, Davis, Naismith. They're always a threat, and it's always a worry for you because they make very good runs from deep, and you know, they suck you in on the counter attack as well. That was always a worry for us.
I think your midfield's looking really strong. They're all playing, they're all comfortable in the ball.
It's the strongest department we've got, I think, John. You know, we've got 4 or 5 quality players.
Must have been tough to leave Key out as well.
Well, it is, you know, but you know, the way Brian, Kyle, Ledley have been playing, but to bring Key on, it just shows the strength and depth we have, you know.
You should remember that your top goal scorer was on the bench today.
Yeah, well, we just feel Sammy can stretch Rangers a little bit, and he gives us that physical presence up front that I think you need in Old Firm games. And I thought his all-round play today, not just in the air but on the ball, was wonderful. And he does get criticised for being inconsistent, but when he plays like that, he's very hard to stop.
How do you keep it going now and push this over the line?
Well, we keep our feet on the ground, you know, and we'll enjoy tonight, and we'll get them in this week, and we'll talk and see. We've got difficult games coming up, but we're pleased with the progression we're making.
What about 10 days' time? Rangers back here, of course, in the Cup.
Again, it's a different Old Firm game, you know, there's different stakes, you know, we're still going well in all competitions, but the thing with all these games coming up, the fallout isn't as bad as it usually is. You've normally got 5-6 weeks to mull over things if you get beat or bask in it if you win. We've got a week and 10 days and then we're back at it again, but this will give the players a huge shot in the arm.
See, in the last cup game, just quickly, Neil, obviously, were you surprised in how Rangers sat back and tried to almost protect the lead and allowed your fullbacks so much space to go on?
I just felt when we took Chris off, I wanted to keep the 4 in there because the 4 are strong, you know, they're good athletes, and I think they just got a grip of the game very quickly and dominated possession because they're such good players now, you know, they're comfortable on the ball and they've got good legs, and they were an avenue for our fullbacks to get forward because with we're dominated in that area. I think midfield's very important in Old Firm games. It always has been.
Neil, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations to you again. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Steve.
More sport, news, views and video on Sky Mobile TV, Sky Player and at skysports.com.